Christina
Christina.
Bennett, Las Vegas. How is everybody?
And we have two very special guests today. We have Kristen. You gotta mute yourself, babe. And we have Nina.
What's up, y'all?
And we are so excited because we have a lot of people that are attending our event today. Super exciting. Today we are going to talk a little bit about personal development and dream boards and goal settings and the law of attraction, which I didn't know much about any of it until I started this amazing business. And I'm really excited because I've seen some of Kristen's work on it, and it's very interesting. Christina, is there anything you want to say before we move forward with our guests?
Yes, I do. So Nina is someone that I actually saw her before and after picture when I first joined. It was even before I joined, and I thought she had amazing results. And then about a year ago, I saw a picture of it with her name, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to add her. So I added her, and then I was able to see her journey along the way. I was able to watch her hit diamond, double diamond, and I thought she just had such a great story. Um, I just reached out to her. We had never met or anything. I just reached out and I was like, hey, do you want to do a Google Hangout? And she was very gracious to do it. So she definitely believes in one team, one mission, and I'm excited for her to share her story and personal development, what you have to do, because I think with network marketing, it's everybody's going to have bad days, but it's how quickly you move past those bad days. And I'm excited to hear what she has to say. So thank you so much, Nina.
Yes, I'm super excited because I know we are reaching a lot of people tonight from all over the states. I know we have East Coast and Central and West Coast, so this is definitely exciting. So we're going to go ahead and move forward with Kristen. Kristen, the stage is yours. Let's see, take your mute button off.
All right. Hi, everybody. My name is Kristen, and I've actually been with the company for almost 7 years. I absolutely love it. I'm a triple diamond with It Works, of course. And I just kind of wanted to share a little bit about my passion with you guys tonight. And it's been a passion of mine, I would say, for about 5 years now. I was actually introduced to the law of attraction from my Aunt Melody McFarlane and also from our rap queen, Pam Souter. She actually introduced me to a book on the law of attraction maybe, I would say, like, maybe 6 years ago, maybe 5 years ago, but it was The Power by Rhonda Byrne. So Pam just shared with me a little bit about the book, and I was just kind of sharing with her that, that I was kind of feeling bad about my business and everything, and just kind of, I don't know, not really like getting down on myself, but just kind of, I guess, just having doubts and questions and stuff like that. So she asked me to get the book and to, read it and kind of study it. So I did. And ever since then, my relationships have gotten better. My business has grown exponentially. Just everything, my mindset, oh my gosh, my training that I do and the way that I work with my team has just absolutely transformed since learning about the law of attraction. So I guess you guys are kind of wondering what the law of attraction is. And basically what the law of attraction is by calling out things into the universe or asking the Lord in prayer, things that you want for your life. And the power of positive thinking. I like to call it self-prophecy, if you will. So whenever you say something or you think something or you feel something, you are actually attracting that back into your reality, whether it's good or whether it's bad. So I guess to kind of level with you guys, have you ever noticed that if you're having an amazing day, you're having an awesome day? Everything goes right. You know, you're on cloud nine. Everybody you come in contact with is in the same exact mood you are, and you just have a really great time. You know, on the opposite end, what happens when you're having a bad day? Do you feel like when it rains it pours? You know, if you're having a bad day, you kind of feel like everything around you is having, you know, bad tendencies and stuff like that. Well, that is just the law of attraction. And, you know, it kind of relates to having the faith of a mustard seed. If you guys are familiar with the biblical verse of that, anything that you have faith in, or if you believe in, you can actually attract into your life. And of course, you know, the power of positive thinking goes right hand in hand with that. So one tip that I kind of want to share with you guys on how to, you know, start implementing the law of attraction into your life is by taking your thoughts and making them positive. Now, we're all human. We're all going to have bad days, and we're all going to think negative stuff. But one thing that I've really learned to do about myself is to actually take that negative thought that I had and turn it into a positive. So, you know, say I say, oh man, I'm always late. Well, you can turn that into a positive and say, well, I used to be late, but, you know, I'm working on that, and I arrive on time everywhere I go. So it's all about having that belief system and that faith to implement the law of attraction into your life. So basically, with that being said, what you think on is what you attract. So what I have as a suggestion is to kind of use like a journal, or, you know, you can make notes on your phone, or, you know, in your notebook, or whatever the case is. I actually have this little guy here, and I write daily affirmations in it every single day. And I actually do it in present tense, like it's already happened. You can kind of see right here, it says, I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but it says, I'm a money magnet. And just let me read you a little bit. It says, I am an amazing leader. People, peers, observers flock to me for inspiration and motivation. They watch my trainings, videos, and read my documents and posts. They heed my advice, and they learn to duplicate what I do. And so that's just one affirmation that, you know, I kind of put, but I put everything that I want in my life to happen in this book, and that's with relationships, with my business, with my family, you know, goals and things that I want in my life. And when I write down a goal, I believe and I pray and I know that it is already happening in my life, and it's already come to pass. So that's a really good key element for the law of attraction, is to believe that it has already happened in your life. And even, you know, let's say, you know, sometimes it's not going to happen on our time schedule, because God is the only one with the perfect timing. But I've kind of noticed that when I'm starting to feel a little bit down, or, you know, maybe my dream isn't happening fast enough, or whatever the case may be, I go back and I read in my little book, and it really helps me kind of get back into focus. And I also, you know, turn my negatives into a positive, and then I write a little bit more in my notebook. So that's definitely one good way that you can start implementing, you know, the power of positive thinking and the law of attraction into your life. Another way, actually, this is something that I just kind of, you know, thought of, but I did kind of get the idea from, again, the Rhonda Byrne book, The Power, which I highly recommend you guys get, is to come up with a spirit symbol. Mine is a star, and I have, you know, called out into the universe and asked the Lord that whenever I see a star, that I know that I'm on the right path and I'm doing the right thing. It's almost like an automatic pick-me-up, you know, and, you know, everything we see, everything that comes in contact with us, anything people say or we hear or we read is a sign from the universe or from the Lord, you know, telling us, you know, to look out or watch out, or, you know, you're doing the right thing, or keep going. So I just encourage you guys to, you know, pick a symbol. It could be hearts, it could be stars, anchors, mustaches, I mean, whatever you seem to like, butterflies, fire, whatever it is, and just, get alone with God and just say, Lord, I really want, this star to be my symbol, for you to let me know that I'm doing the right thing in my life. So would you please, have me see this more? So that is definitely another suggestion that I have as well. And then my last suggestion is for you guys to get this book right here. I don't know if you can see it, but it's Instructions for Happiness and Success. And it's by Susie Pearl. I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but it is amazing. And it actually kind of takes you, it's a workbook, so you can write in it and stuff like that, but it takes you kind of through the power of positive thinking. So that's definitely one thing that I've been working on right now. I absolutely love this book. I don't write in the book. I have a notebook that I write with it so that I can do it at a later time as well. And I guess that kind of concludes all I really have to share with you guys. I did do a couple videos on this, or you can also message me on Facebook. Go ahead and add me. But my YouTube channel is Music City Rap Girl. So if you guys kind of want to watch some of those videos, you're more than welcome to. And that's it. Thank you guys so much for letting me share with you.
Yay, thank you, Kristen. Now I have a couple of questions because, like I said, I have watched some of your videos. So my question to you, I have two questions. On your affirmation, you keep everything negative out of that book, right? Everything negative of your life doesn't go in there, so it's not like a journal.
Yes, you're exactly right. It's not a journal. It's almost like the self-prophecy thing. So let me kind of see if I can find another one. It says, I am thankful to the Lord for all of his blessings and coming into my life and into the lives of those that I hold dear to my heart. So just kind of really cool little things like that. And it's, always in the present tense. But it's not what's going on in your life. Another quote that Pam Souter told me is to think on what you want instead of what you got or what you have. So that kind of helps a little bit.
Perfect. Now, can you hold up that book one more time? I'm going to take a screenshot of it so I could post it on the event in case anybody wants to. It's going to be a selfie, girl, so you smile.
Oh.
Okay. Perfect. Now, one more thing on the star. I guess, does it matter what it's just an object? Because I've actually been thinking, I saw the video you did about the star, and since that video I've been thinking, well, what kind of an object? I don't know. I don't have an object that would be, something special for me. So I think, oh, a circle, can it be anything? Just a specific object, correct?
Yes, it can be anything. For me, I really love stars, but, Aunt Melody's is a heart. Some of my girls use anchors or music notes or, something that just speaks to your heart, and, you can get alone with God and kind of ask him for, clarification on whatever your symbol needs to be. It doesn't have to be anything really, spectacular or anything popular, just something that speaks to your soul.
Perfect. Now, one last tip that you want to give everyone, now that it's Christmas that's coming and everyone's trying to make some of that wrap cash, one last tip you want to close with.
Okay, so my tip that I've been actually kind of teaching my team is to not necessarily get off of social media. We definitely do need social media in our lives to get out to the masses, but I think a lot of times that we forget to blitz and to get out there and make that rapport with people and make that FaceTime with people. So I just encourage you guys to get out there, get up off the couch, stop watching watching TV all the time. Like Mark Pentecost says, there's no BV in TV. So that's just really my huge tip. You know, everybody's out right now. Everybody's shopping. They're, you know, getting stuff prepared for the holidays. That's going to be a prime time for you to go in and, you know, blitz and to share your product with the world. And one way that I like to do that is I say cute little things like, oh my gosh, thank you for, you know, letting me cut in front of you in line. Here's a gift of a coupon for a product I have. Not everybody needs it, but everybody wants it. Or I'll say, oh my gosh, I love your personality. It is tremendous. I want to help you make money. Here's my card. Call me. So again, the blitzing is very powerful. Get out there and make that FaceTime.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Kristen, for joining us. I'm so happy, and I can't wait to see you in, I think it's 20 days or something. 21 days. Ah, you're counting. All right, Christina, do you have any questions for Kristen before we move on to Nina?
Oh, yes, thank you so much. I had a question come in saying, I've always worked hard, but things haven't come easily. I feel that it's part of the law of attraction, what you're saying. I work hard and good things come my way, but how can I capitalize on hard work and a positive mindset? That's what the question is.
Okay, so let me clarify. The question was, do you exactly what was the question? I guess maybe I don't understand.
That's okay. So this person said, I've always worked hard, but I'm not the most positive. If I incorporate the law of attraction into my business, into my hard work, what kind of changes can I see?
Oh my gosh, using the power of positive thinking and implementing it into your life is going to not only change your business, but it's going to change your mindset. And when you change your mindset, it's actually going to really just lift this weight off of your shoulders, and it's going to help you deal with things in life a lot better. I know for myself personally, it transformed my business. I went diamond in 6 months after I started implementing the law of attraction into my life. My family relationships started getting better. My relationships with my friends and, you know, significant others started getting better as well too. The power of positive thinking is not only good for your business, but it's also good for your mindset and for your inward thinking, and, you know, just being grateful and, you know, asking the Lord for the things that you want and need in your life is okay. You know, He's there for us and He wants us to do that stuff, but, you know, it all needs to be backed up by belief. So the more you believe it, even if it may not be happening just yet, but the more that you believe that, the quicker it's going to come to you. I promise, if you start implementing this into your life, it will definitely exponentially get better, for sure. Thank you for asking that.
And then one more question was, you said it took you 6 months to get to diamond? Okay, and it was when you changed your mindset that your business started to change for you as well. Okay, perfect. I just wanted to clarify because I know some distributors, they see people moving so quickly and they feel like if I'm not moving quickly, this isn't, am I in the right position? But a lot of it is their mindset. All right, thank you. That's all the questions that I have coming in. And then can we go ahead and turn the time over to Nina now?
Yep, go ahead.
Perfect. You ready, Nina?
I'm ready.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, well, hi, thank you so much for having me on the call. I am Nina Berman, and I am a double diamond with It Works. I have been with the company since May of 2012, and I actually started off as a loyal customer. I wanted nothing to do with the business, and then I actually tried the wrap, and as Christina said, she saw my picture years ago. We always joke that my results went viral pretty much. I just was very lucky to have some fantastic results from doing all 4 of my reps. I even avoided a tummy tuck with that. So I love the company. I can't say enough good things about it. I think I've been very fortunate. But as far as talking today, I was really excited when Christina asked me to do this, and especially the topic of personal development, because that's really huge, and that's been a big part of my journey with this company, and something that I struggled with, and something that I really, again, pushed away from myself. I didn't really have that much interest in the business side of things until I started getting into this. And so a huge part of doing this is personal development. So again, I didn't want to have anything to do with that, and it definitely, affected things. I think that a big part of being successful in this business, my team is going to probably roll their eyes and they know it's coming, because I always talk about it, and that's color personalities. I think it's really important to know what color you are, but more importantly, what color you're dealing with when it comes to your customers and your distributors. So I think that definitely has to do with personal development, because it helps you get to know yourself better, know your weaknesses and your strengths, and help develop your team better. So when you know what color of your team that you're dealing with, you know how to better work with them. For those of you who aren't familiar, you're either a yellow, red, blue, or green. I'm a yellow. The reason I wanted to join this business is because I thought of how many people I could help. It helped me so much, and that's immediately what I saw in this, was not so much making a paycheck, which is great, but I knew so many people were struggling like I was, and I would be able to help them. I kind of got stuck in that, though, for a while, and a lot of people, and I think this is really important what you said about your journey and how long you're on this journey for. A lot of people don't know this, but I actually sat at Ruby for 11 months, and ironically, it was a year ago, October, that I finally promoted to Emerald. So in 2 days, it's my 1-year anniversary of finally getting past that hump of Ruby and finally making it to Emerald. So you look and say, oh, well, Double Diamond, that's a great position to be in, and it is, and it's wonderful and exciting. But I think that it's important to be happy at every single level. I never wanted to quit. I definitely got down and out, and probably the closest I could ever come to quitting. And I had a good friend who's also a sideline reach out to me and make me. I tell her she needs to patent this. Write out a list, and write out on one side of the list, write God across the top, and write Nina on the other side. And she had me go through what I had control of and what God had control of. So everything that God had control of, she had me cut that off and burn it and let go and let God. And that's one of my absolute favorite things to say. I think that that's so important, in this. As far as the personal development goes, during that time of sitting back and getting frustrated, I really had to take a step back and take a look in the mirror and work on some personal development. So being, again, a yellow, and if you're not familiar with color personalities, yellows are really, we pour our heart and soul into everything. We care a lot, and unfortunately, when you wear your heart on your sleeve, it's easier to get hurt. So I cared so much about everybody in the business, more so than a lot of people cared about it for themselves. So, it's not an easy thing to do, to take a step back and look in the mirror. And that's a huge part of this business, is knowing yourself, knowing your strengths and your weaknesses, and working on that. Focus on your strengths, work on your weaknesses, but then look at your team. Pour yourself into your team too, but you're not going to be able to do that until you know yourself best first, to know what you need to work on and improve upon. And then you can work with your team to help them be the best that they can be. You want to have a team full of great leaders, and not everybody's going to be a runner at first. I was definitely a walker at first, and turned into a runner. So I have a fantastic leader, and I've been very blessed with that. She's also one of my best friends, and she, was always stood by me and, got me through everything. One of the best things that you can do as far as personal development goes is attending corporate events. I'm very fortunate and blessed. I'm born and raised in Orlando, and being in Florida, very fortunate to be within a few hours drive of corporate events. That's been a huge thing for me, because I could not afford to travel much when I first got started. So my very first green carpet I attended, there was probably about 150 people there. It was very intimate, but it made me fall in love with the company. Being able to meet the leaders in person and hear stories in person is so different. But being plugged in like this, getting on these kind of things, these kind of trainings, phone calls are so important to your business. I absolutely love that you guys talked about laws of attraction. That's something huge. That's actually something that I grew up with knowing about, but never thought to apply it to my business. And it's such an easy thing to do, but you have to focus on it, and that's very important in your personal development. I highly recommend, if you have not read any of those books or watched the movie, to watch the video. It's about an hour and a half, but boy, is it so worth it. My very first conference that I attended, I thought Green Carpet was amazing, and everybody kept talking about conference will change your life. Conference will change your life. So I was so excited to go, and my very first one was January of 2013, being able to go there. And I can never put into words what it did for me, not just for my business, but as a person on the inside. All the personal development that I learned from there. They had some great people come and speak to us, and one of them was Sean Anker, and he wrote an amazing book called The Happiness Advantage. So that's a book that I recommend. I would show it to you, but my iPad is propped up on it right now, so I don't want to pull it out and show it to you. But it's an amazing book. I really enjoyed that book. Another book that you should definitely read, actually, Cami Dempsey, top money earner in the company, wrote a book with Denise Walsh, How to Retire Your Husband, A Millionaire's Guide of How to Retire Your Husband. I think you can get it from Amazon and load it to your Kindle. That book was fantastic. It's very centered around network marketing. And I think it's important to know, about the business as well. But again, it's taking some time for personal development is important. But something about personal development is it's very personal. So what may work for you might not work for somebody else. I have a lot of people on the team who love to listen to audios. A lot of people who like to read, watch videos, whatever it is that's going to get your fire burning and get you to, learn more about yourself and about the business. Get your hands on it, whatever it is that you can do. Be as plugged in as possible too. But it's something that I really hope everybody takes away, knowing that, personally myself started off not interested in personal development and not wanting anything to do with that. So I think that it's really important to tap into that. Once I took a step back and really took a long look in the mirror and figured out what I was doing wrong and the things that I had control over, I could fix. The other things, I just let God handle it. And, as Christina said, I finally, after missing the good bonus 3 times, the 4th time that I was up for it, I finally went diamond the end of February this year. And again, very blessed to go double diamond the end of May, 2 months later. So looking forward to, fingers crossed, hitting triple before conference or in time for conference or even in January. That's been my goal since I got started and actually was interested in promoting. So hoping to make that happen. But I'll tell you, all these things, are so important to your business. It's not just about filling up boxes on a chart. Definitely take the time to be a better person and improve yourself. It's just going to do so much good for you and so much good for your team and so much good for your business.
Thank you so much, Nina, for sharing your story with us. This is the first time we actually speak. I didn't personally know you, but our story is so much alike. I joined September 2012, and I sat in Ruby for almost 11 months.
Wow.
Same thing.
Wow, that's amazing. I didn't know that from you either. And I think I think it's really exciting and great when you hear all these amazing stories of people going diamond in days and hours and months and ambassador and 5 days. Those are so exciting, and I think that's amazing. But what you've got to remember is that's their journey. And just because your journey is a little different than theirs, there's nothing wrong with that. I think we need to celebrate, stories like ours, of people who just didn't quit and kept on going. And so what if I sit at Ruby for 11 months? And I've always said if it takes me 5 years to become a millionaire, then so what? It's better than never becoming one.
Exactly. I remember I used to talk to Melody, and I used to say, it's been 10 months and I'm still a Ruby. What am I doing? I'm sitting in Rubyville. I used to tell her, I want to move out of Rubyville. Please, I need to get out. But you know what? Like you said, we have to really love our own personal journey and know that God is working on us, and He has us there for a reason. And that's
Absolutely.
one of the biggest lessons that I've learned. And my first conference was also 2013. So that's awesome. And I
Yeah.
promoted to double diamond in April this year. And finally, after the 4th time around, got my bonus.
You too. I love that. See, we need to hear more stories like ours. It's like I said, it's exciting and wonderful. But for those of us who that's not God's plan and journey that you're on, it takes you a little bit longer to get where you need to go. You just have to embrace that and know that you will get there. And just take a step back and change the direction in your sails, so to speak. Change the direction of the wind wherever you need to go. You'll get there. You just have to be open to that direction that God wants to push you towards.
Exactly. Now, I'm sure Christina has some questions, and so do I.
Okay.
Do you have your results? Because I am really interested in seeing your results.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I've got my phone right here. I have it on my phone. I think it'll be the easiest way for me to pull it up and show it to you. And ironically that you say that, I just recently, my sponsor and one of my best friends in Upline, she was, talking about, posting about, everybody always, how many times have we all heard that, oh, I tried one of those and it didn't work. I tried one, it didn't work. And I thought to myself, what if I had stopped at one? And I did see immediate results from my first wrap, but it was not the jaw-dropping results that I had been, looking for. So what if I had stopped at one? So I actually went and found my original, I'll show you that. I found my picture after one and compared it to my results after 4. So here's my other results, if you can see that. I don't know if you can you see that?
No, get it closer.
There, so that's before, and that's after. So I was actually, I don't know if you guys were there, I submitted my results, and I actually got to be selected to be on the product panel at the Dallas Boot Camp stage last year as well. I got to do that. That was really exciting to go up there. And this is what I've been posting recently, and if anybody, your friends, you're on my list, you can absolutely share this. So that's my before and after one wrap compared to my full results. And I said it's the difference between one wrap in application and 4 wraps of full treatment. I think that's important to know.
Wow, those results are awesome. Is there any way you could post that picture on our event?
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely.
That is awesome. Now, you said the book that you recommend is The Happiness Advantage?
The Happiness Advantage and Cami Dempsey's How to Retire Your Husband.
Yes, I know I'm not married. I'm happily divorced. And so every time when I got the book, I always said, well, I'm not retiring my husband. I'm going to retire my daddy. So that's my...
Oh, see, I am married, but I want to retire my mom more than anything. She's a huge part of my why, is so that I can retire her. So that's exactly what I had when I read the book. That's exactly what I was thinking, too.
That's so funny. Now, Christina, any questions?
Yes, I do have some questions. And you actually answered some of them throughout your talk, but I'm just going to say them again so that people know that I'm asking your questions. It says, what do I do when my DTs don't want to work?
That's a really good question. And of course, the yell in me is just, oh, find out why and what's wrong. I think it really goes case by case, who it is that you're dealing with. And you'll hear it over and over and over again. You can't motivate people. People have to be motivated. So I think that sometimes you're just going to get people who just might need a little bit of extra inspiration. So again, coming back to my color personalities, knowing what kind of a color that your person is the way that you can help them get going. If you've got somebody who's a blue and they're all into fun, find something fun for them to do, something to do with parties. If you've got somebody who's red, they're money motivated, try to think of a contest, something to get them, excited. But a lot of times too, some people are just going to sign up and not work. And I always tell my team, learn from my mistake. When I sat at Ruby for 11 months, I had a Ruby leg that I had enrolled a salon, and I just completely honed in on that. I stopped doing steps to success, and I don't think that was even really kind of a big thing at that point, was the steps to success. It was just kind of, get to Ruby. But I didn't follow the steps to success. I sat for about 11 to 12 months or so focusing on that one leg and just trying to get them to work and work and work. And I wanted it more for them than they wanted it for themselves. So I always tell people to learn from my mistakes and don't want it more for somebody than you want it for themselves. You've got to teach them how to be the best leader that they can be. Don't think that you need to build somebody. You need to show them how to do it. Get together with them and say, hey, can we have a cup of coffee? Find out what their why is, and help them get motivated towards that. Get them to make a dream board. Find out what it is that they're doing or not doing. And if you do everything that you can as far as getting them to be a good leader and they're still not doing it, then you need to move on for sure. But I really think that, it's a case by case. But whatever you do, don't get stuck trying to help somebody that's just not going to work. Because I did it, and it's a big waste of your time.
Thank you. That was really good. And I thought you would say about the colors because you had said that earlier. The next question is, what if I don't promote fast enough?
Oh, that's a great one. I have a great answer for that, fortunately. Why would you put a timeline on your success? Why would you? There's no expiration date. Why would you give it an expiration date? So that's what I'm going back to, promoting fast enough. What in your book is fast enough? There's somebody who promoted to diamond in 9 days, and for somebody like myself who took me almost 2 years to go diamond, it's just like, how is that possible? So I think that you just need to focus on quality over quality over quantity when it comes to promoting. And again, teach the people that you're enrolling to be good, strong leaders, so that you just won't have think about. I've seen a lot of people promote really fast and then have it fall apart really fast because they were just so concerned with filling up boxes on a sheet rather than the people that they were enrolling and helping them to be the best, person and leader that they can be in this business. So don't give yourself a time frame on this. Don't give yourself an expiration date. Give yourself solid goals that you set and work towards that rather than, I have to be, this rank by this time frame or I'm just going to quit. That's really sad to do that to yourself.
Yeah. Thank you. Then another one I have says, there's just 2 questions. The next one is, what kept you going? Like, there were times that you had to have been frustrated. What kept you going? I
love that. What really kept me going, honestly, is my passion for the products and the company. If you had told me that I was going to be doing network marketing, I had done one before and hated every bit of it. So if you ever told me that I was going to be this passionate about it, I would have laughed in your face. But what kept me going is I honestly could not. Everybody goes through ups and downs. I don't care what rank you are in this company, how long you've been in. You're going to have days where you just feel like throwing in the towel and quitting. And my passion for the products and what it's done for me, I could never imagine not promoting that and not sharing that. But also, too, the company itself, I think that we are so blessed to work for some of the most incredible people on this earth that are so giving and just wonderful, just downright good people. And to be able to work for them, for a company that's so concerned with giving back and truly cares about their people. But you've got to be passionate about what you're doing. I tell people, if you're not passionate about any of the products, especially the wraps, you're gonna, and you don't have a strong why. My why is, like I said, to retire my mom. She's been teaching for years. She's in her early 70s, and she still teaches, over 50 hours a week, and has nothing. My dad worked at Disney for 20 years and is on retirement. They worked so hard, for me growing up. So to see them not have anything now, pushes me so hard that I know, like I said, if it takes me 5 years to get to the point where I'm bringing in that kind of income, then so be it. But you have to have a strong why, and you have to have passion for this company.
I love that. I love you said if it takes me 5 years, so be it, because that's so true. I mean, it took you time to get to double diamond, but you earned 2 bonuses.
Right, exactly. That's $1,000 on top of a commission paycheck a month. And what would I be doing? I'm a stay-at-home mom. What would I be doing if I had quit? If I had given up? If I hadn't sat at Ruby for 11 months? And it's so easy to quit. It's so easy. You can just wake up one day and decide I don't want to do this anymore. And I'm not a quitter. I could never quit this. I could never not do this.
Oh, good. I love your story. The next question I had was, how do you lead your team? Because leadership is important. Do you have anything specific you do? Like, do you do meetings? Do you do dinners? Do you do anything special for them?
Yep. What we do, well, we have, try to stay connected on Facebook as much as possible, because my team is so spread out. But my team in Tallahassee, I do a once-a-month training with them where we, all sit down together, try to do team building exercises and everything. And I also do an event with them once a month, just an open wrap event where everybody can bring in, everybody, all their prospects and everything. We can wrap all at the same time. I try to do some different contests and everything. To try to change it up, but or sometimes we do like a project, like a development project kind of a thing, like over so many months, trying to get them involved with personal development stuff like that, things to help them do daily tasks to promote their business and push them to get closer to their goals that they're at, for sure. So I think that pouring yourself into your team is extremely important, and know their whys and know their reason for doing this, and truly care about them. Like I said, not just look at them as boxes on a chart. Really I care about every single person in my downline. I don't care what level they're on. I truly care and love every single one of them.
Oh, perfect. Thank you so much. I have really learned so much from you and Kristen, and of course Claudia. She's always been an inspiration to me since I met her. But I wish I could give you guys a hug. I really like everything that you've said. I have learned a lot from this tonight. So thank you so much for taking the time to do this. I know you're on a different time schedule and you have kids, so I really appreciate this. It's so helpful for my team and for me as well. So thank you.
Thank you again so much for inviting me and Kristen onto this. It's been an honor.
Yeah, thank you.
I want to say thank you to you guys too, and I want to extend an invitation to your teams. Me and Christina are working on doing this every other week, no matter what, no excuses. So this is definitely something that I think it's big, and it's helping a lot of people that we can't reach. Like Nina said, our teams are spread out so far through the United States and sometimes even overseas. This is really a really good tool. So share away and subscribe to the channel. You guys will see this every few weeks, every 2 weeks exactly. We're going to be doing it on Wednesdays. So this is a one team, one mission for everyone. No matter who's your upline, everyone that wants to learn is invited to join us and hang out with us. And Nina, thank you so much for joining. I'm so happy I got to meet you with you. And also, I hope I meet you in person in conference.
Yes, I'll be there.
Yes. And Kristen, smooches, I know I'll see you in 21 days.
Yay, I can't wait.
And
Thank you so much for inviting me.
You are very welcome. And Christina, I think, might be there too.
Yeah.
So
I'll get to meet you too.
Yay!
So I'm excited. And with this, I want to close it out, and I want to say thank you to everyone that joined us. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for sharing your evening with us, and we will see you guys in 2 weeks. And like we all say, it starts with one, guys.
Starts with one.
One.
Bye.
Bye.